a party. How can a man who got 6.1 million votes claim that the whole country is behind him? This is what Labour Party and its presidential candidate, Peter Obi, has been chanting, singing, screaming into the ears of Nigerians. I'm sure a lot of people are sympathetic, some are emotional, some are hell bent on continuing this narrative of how Peter Obi won the presidential election. Some do not want to educate themselves about how elections are won, what needs to be won, what percentage needs to be won. People just want to continually repeat, continually showcase their ignorance. This is coming from Yele Sowore, presidential candidate in the just concluded 2023 general elections. He criticized Labour Party supporters for claiming to have received the highest votes during the election. He reminded everyone that Bola Ahmed Tinubu of the All Progressive Congress, who was declared the winner of the February 25th election by the Independent National Electoral Commission, did not say he won all of the votes, neither did he say all Nigerians are behind him. Sowore challenged Labour Party claim of having the entire country behind them, citing Buhari for an example. He said that Buhari has always gotten 12 million votes since he contested in 2003. Yet, APC, neither Buhari, ever claimed that the entire country supported him. He argued that just because a political party got a certain number of votes does not mean that everyone in the country supported them. Now, this has always been the narrative. Let us be very, very clear about this. We need to go back to the drawing board to get it right. You cannot keep repeating the same blind narrative, hoping that you will get results with it. Peter Obi did not penetrate the north of Nigeria, and he was unable to break it with his vice president. Let us make it clear. We need to understand the level of understanding in the north of Nigeria compared to that of the southeast and the southwest, and even the south of Nigeria. We need to understand every of this. We need to take time to study. You cannot expect someone from the north of Nigeria to reason and behave. I'm talking about a typical northerner, either a Fulani, Hausa, TV, whatever. You cannot expect them to think in the same way someone from other parts of Nigeria. Everyone is unique to their own part of Nigeria, and also what applies to them, what they think, how they experience, how they, express themselves. All of this gathered together determines who they might decide to choose or vote for. Very important. And to make it even more clear, a lot of Nigerians have not educated themselves correctly. I'm not saying you did not go to school. I mean, educate yourselves correctly on certain things in life. What you deserve, what politics should be, and many other things. So, if someone say Peter Obi won the election, we should ask ourselves, according to Yele Sowore, did he win the north of Nigeria? Was able to penetrate? Or you think if you get the votes in the southeast and get Lagos, then you are a winner? Or if you get FCT, then Kano, then that's it. You are the winner of the election. He said it doesn't work that way. And from what we know, it does not work that way. According to Sowore, he said, I laughed at some of the youths who claim that what he's trying to say is that ignorant youth who claim that all the youths are behind Peter Obi. If all the youths are behind Peter Obi, who are then the youths that supported Bola Ahmed Tinubu? We saw the march when Peter Obi declared, or a supporter declared the 1 million march. We saw the response in bracket, allegedly 5 million, 10 million march. We saw that, but let us put it at some kind of number, million. according to them. We saw the march. Who are those ones who marched behind APC and all of that? Who did that? Who are those people? Anyway, according to Sowore, he said all of this narrative that is being put out there are incorrect. And to him, he said, this is nonsense. This is rubbish. Sowore laughed off Labour Party supporters who claimed that all the youths were behind Peter Obi, saying that it was impossible to have everyone supporting one person. He emphasized that the political space was a contest where people had different preferences, ideologies, and their political parties varied. He said, you cannot come with unfounded claims about your level of support, claiming that you won the elections belong to you, you won Bola Ahmed Tinubu APC. Who are you to have thought in your mind that you got the heart of all Nigerians because you have somehow manipulated Christians, telling them to get back their country as if their countries was taken away by idol worshippers or Muslims? Who are you to have thought that if your kinsmen and tribesmen support you 100% means that you will get that vote and eventually become the president? He said, no, it doesn't work that way. You need to break to the north of Nigeria. You need to break to the southwest of Nigeria. And he said Peter Obi did not. He said, did Ekiti State totally vote Peter Obi? Did Oyo State totally vote Peter Obi? Did Ondo State totally vote Peter Obi? Did Ogun State totally vote Peter Obi? He started calling out numbers. He started talking about, states. He said, did all of these people vote? He said, it now started going into the north of Nigeria. Did Jigawa State totally vote for Peter Obi? Did Nasarawa State totally vote for Peter Obi? He called out states all over the north of Nigeria. He said, so winning one or two states in the north of Nigeria, or maybe one state in the north of Nigeria, does not mean that you ever will be president of Nigeria. And, comments that trailed this, definitely, that Sowore somehow have lost it. I mean, he has lost that glory that he had back then as, activist, revolutionary. He lost it. Immediately he said he wants to be president of Nigeria. That is the period, the time when people started seeing him in light, in view of a politician who can be as corrupt if he has the opportunity. That's it. They want him to either stay on his lane as an activist rather than presenting himself as a politician. So that's it. People are telling Sowore to shut up now. They said he's a fool. That's it. And of course, definitely comments will trail this. Comment will, people will definitely respond and say, look, you cannot tell him that he's a fool. He's saying the right thing. You just want to listen to stupidity, nonsensical numbers and votes, and someone claiming that he won the election. How can you win? How can you win? You did not win. All you did was to weaken PDP, weaken Atiku, your godfather or your senior brother. As you say, that's what they're saying. They say you just weakened PDP. You destroyed PDP. You destroyed Atiku's chance. In fact, they said you empowered APC. You empowered Bola Ahmed Tinubu. You gave Bola Ahmed Tinubu more opportunity. If not, it would have been a very strong one. Imagine if APC, Peter Obi, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, APC, and Peter Obi, PDP, were together, and Atiku. Imagine what they would have pulled out. But unfortunately, it did not work that way. And maybe they wouldn't have pulled it out because maybe people wouldn't have trusted in Atiku. But let us say Atiku is the vice and Peter Obi is the president. Maybe something would have happened differently. Maybe it would have been a very strong and tough one for APC to crack. Even Atiku said it himself. He said, Peter Obi hurt me. He hurt me so much. He destroyed, he broke, and he did a lot of terrible things to me. He supported me. He said, I'm the best candidate. I thought everything is right. All of a sudden, a few days after, Peter Obi declared himself presidential candidate of the Labour Party, taking away the votes that I would have gotten. Well, what are your thoughts about what Sowore has said? Let us know that in the comment section. Do you think it's making sense or it's not making sense with what he has said?